Hello, everybody, and welcome back. On today's episode, we will be discussing Never Lie by Freida McFadden. And on next week's episode, we will be discussing our favorite memoirs. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at bookedandbusypod_ for updates and additional announcements. Tonitra, I want to start off by asking you this question. What are some qualities that you want in your dream home?
I definitely want a home office with a huge bay windows. I wanted to have like a patio that opens up to the outside. But ever since I was a little kid, my ideal home office was like my book nook and my library was the most important thing that I would want in my dream home. Like just my little me spaces. But I would
Yeah.
want a big home office with the big bay windows and my huge
Mhm.
library for all my books.
Yeah, definitely.
What
Definitely the
about you?
library. Like, I want a big shelf, like,
Yes.
huge
Ever
shelf.
since I read the first series of Unfortunate Events book, I think I was like in fourth grade, and Justice Strauss had her own personal library. I was like, that's possible. And I was like, ever since then, that's all I wanted.
It's a lady I follow on TikTok, and she actually scans her book. I think it's almost like an insurance thing, like in case your house catch on fire, so you know all the books you have
Oh,
for it. So I was like, "Oh, that's pretty neat," because I would actually be very fucking sick if my books
oh,
were to get lost in, like, a flood or something like that. I
that
would be
part.
so sick. Yeah, so definitely a big bookshelf, like a office space for me. That's definitely necessary, like a quiet space.
Yes.
Also, I need a
Oh,
gym. I have to make a gym
that.
for myself. Yeah, I have to. Like, and I don't even want no, like, oh, you know how people convert their garage space like for that a garage, that's totally just separate. I want like
Mm,
a little shed or something that's like
actual G.
a
Yes.
gym. Yeah, with some good air conditioning, like with a little Pilates reformer machine in there, like space
Yes.
with the mat and stuff. As far as like garage, if I have a home, I don't plan on purchasing a home until I actually get married or I'm much older because
Same.
I don't want no problems right now. Like, I just like maintenance men to come in and fix my problem. I don't wanna have to spend my whole life
That
savings to
part.
fix the problem. But as far as, like, it being, like, my just garage, I don't wanna fill my garage with all this my parents got all this lawn equipment and, like, it's like a three-car garage at my home, and only my mama can put her car in the garage, and I'm like, "Everybody else can't put their shit in the garage because all this shit everywhere." So I just feel like, yo, just your garage has to be completely just for your garage. I don't want it
Yeah.
to have all this extra shit in it.
Yeah.
Even when I don't plan on having kids or whatever, but I can't stand when people like if they have a baby, your living room shouldn't have all your baby shit in there and all that stuff. It should be all in their room. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, this
Like this
bassinet
baby
all in
should
the
not
living
occupy
room.
the whole house. Like that's
Yes,
just how the house is supposed to
I feel
be.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. Like, what's the point of a baby room? What's the point of you making this what is I was about to girl, I was gonna say a bakery. What the shit called? A nursery.
the
I was
nursery.
calling shit a bakery. Yeah, it's like your nursery is supposed to be just like that's where you keep the baby shit. That's primary just baby. Like the baby shouldn't be occupying all parts of the house. Like that's how you start to stress yourself out and want to pull your hair out. Like,
No, I
no.
feel that
Yeah.
all over the place, toys and stuff.
Yeah. So I definitely that's what I would want in my dream home. So you want to start off with a summary. Since we're talking about our dream home, let's start with a summary with
Yes,
Never Lie.
that is a perfect segue into Never Lie by Freida McFadden. So, in this book, we meet Tricia and Ethan. They are a newlywed couple. They've been married about 6 months, and they are traveling through the snowstorm to go see this gorgeous house in the woods. It's a big house, it's isolated, but for some reason, they're deciding to go visit it in the middle of a snowstorm, and they end up getting snowed in and stuck at this big old creepy house. Trisha immediately, the wife, immediately has an uneasy feeling about the house. Ethan is just like he loves it and he's ready to fill it with children and he wants to move in and all that stuff. Unbeknownst to him, Trisha is actually pregnant when they get here and he finds out while they're at the house. So, in the midst of going to see this house, they find out it belonged to a psychologist. Her name, Dr. Adrienne.
Was she a
Dr.
psychiatrist?
Adrienne,
Was she a
psych,
psychiatrist or a
psych,
psychologist?
psychologist. My bad. Yeah, she sat with the people. No, she could
No,
prescribe
she could
medication.
prescribe, so she was a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was her home. She had written many books about her patients, and she was
You know
kind
I
of
like that
famous.
name, girl. You
I
know I love
know
that
it's like
name.
Dr. Adrian. But so they realize that they're inside her house, and Trisha starts hearing odd things, and she starts like feeling like there's someone else inside the house with them, and she discovers this secret room filled with tapes that Dr. Adrian has used to record her patients, and a lot of these stories have been made into books. So fast forward, we're just going to get straight through it. Tricia ends up being Patricia, and she's one of the many people who is on these tapes. And we find out that she is actually the person who murdered Dr. Adrian. Tricia had this whole thing where she was seeing Dr. Adrian before the events that unfolded before this book started. She was seeing Dr. Adrian because she had been through this traumatic experience where in the woods her fiance and her two best friends had been murdered by a strange man, and she was seeing Dr. Adrian for PTSD. Come to find out, Patricia was the one who had murdered her fiance and her it's not funny. Patricia
Yeah.
was the one who had murdered her fiance and her two best friends, and Dr. Adrian, being a licensed psychologist and psychiatrist, whatnot,
She
whatever,
figured it
she
out.
knew how to. She figured it out, and so
Yeah.
now she's being also Dr. Adrian was being blackmailed, which was so dumb to me. She's being blackmailed by another client of hers, EJ, who he has like narcissistic personality disorder, but he's odd, and his mom doesn't want to pay for his sessions anymore, so she wants to stop seeing him. He blackmails Dr. Adrian to continue seeing him because he has followed her and got video footage of her slashing some guy's tires who stole her parking spot. Because Dr. Adrian is so, by the way, she's this buttoned up pencil pushing lady, and so she doesn't want this to get out, and so she ends up blackmailing Patricia to help her get rid of EJ. It's a whole thing. Dr. Adrian ends up murdering EJ and putting him in floorboards underneath her house. And Trisha comes back to this house so that it's a whole thing. Also,
It's
Ethan, the fiance, his mother used to go see Dr. Adrian. We found out that Ethan is responsible for his mother's death so that he could inherit his mother's money. And at the end, they killed Dr. Adrian's boyfriend so that because he was staying in the house, he was the one sneaking around the house while they were there. And then at the end, Patricia kind of threatens to kill Ethan now. It's crazy. This was a crazy book.
Yeah, it was a
Like,
lot.
Jesus Christ.
It was a lot.
It was so much.
I know what you would rate it, but what would you rate it?
I would probably get us a 5 stars. Like, I really enjoyed this one. The twists in this one were amazing to me. Like, when Trisha is listening to these tapes throughout the book, like she's sneaking around behind Ethan because Ethan doesn't want her. We don't know why, but we just think he doesn't want her being nosy. She's sneaking around listening to these tapes. But when she's like, "Oh, I think you do know what I'm talking about, Patricia," that blew my mind so bad because up until
Yeah.
then we're calling her Trisha, and on the tape the initials are only PL. So when
Yeah.
Dr. Adrian is like, "You know what I'm talking about, Patricia," I was like, "Whoa!" Like,
Yeah.
I tell you that did to me what that first housemaid book did to me when I was like, "Whoa!" Because I didn't see that coming from a mile away. I did
Yeah, it's
not. Did
like
you?
no, I didn't actually. The thing that really kind of had me, I guess, shocked, it was I guess the leading up to it, and they first talking just details. They just making it seem like this is just a clueless couple, like they don't have any idea of like who
Yes.
this is. So that's what kind of like threw me for a loop like away. So I could see why that girl who was telling me why she didn't like the book, I could see why that kind of like might have pissed her off or something. But I thought it was a good little twist. It was just like y'all knew who Dr. Adrienne Hale was the whole time.
The
Like so
whole
y'all
both
were
of
acting
them.
like y'all were just like dude, this creepy
And they
lady
both
picture.
thought
Like
they
y'all
were
know that lady
fooling each
dead.
other.
Like y'all know that lady dead. You know the
And
lady
see,
dead.
like I knew it was some twist coming because it's Frida, so it's gonna be something.
Yeah.
I thought that EJ was gonna end up being Ethan. That's what I thought
Yes.
the twist
Nah,
was.
that's what I did think, but he was important. Like he
He
definitely
was
was
like he ended up
important.
being important. But I was
Yeah.
like, that's what I thought it was gonna be. Like he's EJ, but I never thought that it was gonna be Trisha. Like she's sitting there like this innocent, scared lady. Oh, what's going on in this house? Like you a whole murderer.
Exact. Like that's the thing. Like it was, I think that her just being
Mm,
oblivious. It was just like, girl, you have no reason to be out. Well, you probably scared
yeah.
because you don't know it's anybody in the house, so you thinking that. But it's just a thing of girl, you killed the lady. You know that lady ain't coming back to this house, so why are you just
I'm
acting like, "Oh, I
saying,
can't
because I
wear a
sure
dead
thought
lady's
Adrian was
coat."
creeping around that house.
Right. Like, I can't just wear a dead lady's coat or her robe. Like, you
It's
can't,
like,
she's dead. She's
you did
dead. Yeah,
it.
she's dead. So that's what was, like, really kinda like when I went back and I thought about it, I'm just like, "Wait, why was she acting like that?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So,
crazy.
but yeah, I say I give it a, like, a 4.5 because it was just the only reason why I'll give it, like, 4.5 because I normally give why I just rate stuff, like, take a couple points off or something like that. It normally be kinda like the stupidity in the plot with the
Yeah.
characters. It ain't necessarily, like, with the writing or anything like that. It's just like, why are y'all driving up here in a snowstorm, for
Yeah.
one? That's dumb. That's just
I
stupid.
also thought it
Then
was so dumb how much she was trying to, how far she was willing to go to cover up. Oh, I slashed somebody's tires. I can't have this getting out. Girl,
yes.
you cut somebody's tires.
Like, you're human, like, you slash somebody's tires who cut you
That
off
was
and
so
stole your parking
ridiculous.
spot. Like, I'll do some
That
shit
was
like that.
ridiculous. And
Like,
then like she got mad at Luke because Luke is upset with you for not wanting to do all of this
you just made
behind
him
some
break into
splash
somebody's
tires. Like,
house,
and now he's found out, and then he's all disappointed and stuff. Like, I'd have
and
been
my
more mad
thing
that she made me break in here.
alright, and then my thing is, if any reason he have no reason to be, like, upset with in
He didn't.
regards to, like, her slashing tires or anything like that. If anything, the only reason why he had to be upset, could have been upset or should be upset is because he had to break into somebody's house to
Yeah.
get the thing. That's the only reason why I could see him being mad. Other than that, why are you mad about her slashing some tires?
Like, who
Like,
cares? Like, at the
yeah,
grand scheme
like
of things, who cares?
yeah, like, it's just like, yeah, I just feel like she just went under too much stress. And then another thing I didn't like neither, you don't need to be having nobody come to your house, like, like,
Yeah,
patient-wise. That's just I think that's very just
that's crazy.
not smart in general
Knowing where you live, then you live in the middle of nowhere.
with no
Like,
service.
there's absolutely no way. Because if you didn't have your whole office inside your house and whatnot, Patricia wouldn't have been able to murder you at your home. Like,
Yeah.
come on, dude,
It's
that was
just like,
crazy.
yeah, I didn't think that was smart. Like, why is a psychiatrist seeing her patients at her home when they can easily become crazy and
That
easily
part.
try to kill her?
And
Like,
mentally unstable people. Like, it's just, that just doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, I just thought that was stupid. But let's go to question one. It
All
says,
right.
in the beginning of the story, Trisha and Ethan find themselves trapped in a sprawling estate. What about the house scares Trisha? What clues does she find that points to another person inhabiting the house? If you were trapped in a stranger's home during a winter storm, what would you do? I'm not going up there in a winter storm, first
Not
off.
going into a weird house during a winter storm. And then, like, the lights were on when they got there, and then they knew somebody was upstairs. Then the lights were off. Then she finds this hidden room, and then when she finds the painting back on the wall that first night there, like, there were all types of signs. Then there's fresh food in the fridge when nobody's supposed to have lived here. Like, clearly there's somebody living here.
Yep, that's what them folks do, not our people that live on
Yeah, like,
do.
and it's just like the fiance, his obliviousness. Now he got on my nerves at the beginning because it's just like, oh, you never know. Maybe it was Judith. Judith may have did it. Maybe it was Judith. Like, dude, none of this makes sense.
And he's so slow because what makes you why would I wanna you didn't even ask me how I felt about this house. Why you just think this gonna be our dream home first?
Like, that's weird, and it's all dusty and old and weird. Like, dude, no.
Yeah. It's just I'm not first off, it's just like I'm not going up there in no winter storm talking about what we would have done. No, I'm
Period.
not going up there. I'm not going up there.
I'm
No,
definitely
I'm not
not
living
chilling in there.
yeah. I'm not living anywhere where it's like snowstorms like that in the first place. Like I'm just
Period.
yeah, I don't. That's something I'm not gonna deal with. Like I can deal with some tornadoes, I can deal with some hurricanes, but I'm not dealing with no snow. Like I've lived in
Oof,
snow. I'm not dealing with no
same.
snow.
I remember they used
Yeah.
to still make us go to school. It was like negative 15-degree weather one time, and we still was
Right.
sitting there trudging through that doggone snow to class.
Yeah, that shit ain't. Yeah, when I was living in Minnesota and it's
Ooh,
people, we
see?
still got to get up and go to work, and it's just
Yup.
like no, like it's just like, huh, I want to
Like,
stay
we're not supposed
in.
to be doing stuff if this cold. I don't need to be outside my house.
Yeah, when when I was staying up there, I didn't go home for Thanksgiving that one year I was living up there. I didn't go home for Thanksgiving, and I have a cousin that lives up there. It's my dad's first cousin, and I went to his house for Thanksgiving, and when I left, my tires like I had like slid, like I didn't slide off the road, but I kind of like did like a little doop doop doop, and I was like, oh shit, let me hurry
Yeah.
and get home.
Yeah.
I was like so like, oh my goodness, because
I
when
don't
I was
play
up
about
there, I was
driving on
taking
that
the
ice.
train. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but when I did take my car, I was really just like I was so scared, but most of the time, like, going back and forth to work, I stayed near a train station, so I would just in the train station would get off right at my job office. I worked at the VA, so it was like a quick, just direct stop where my apartment was and there, so I rarely, like, drove to work. I just took the train all the time because 'cause I'm not finna drive in that shit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so, yeah, we wouldn't have done none of that. So, yeah, next question.
Well, we're black.
Yeah, like we're not doing that. Okay, next question. It says, "What do the tapes reveal about Adrian's life leading up to her disappearance? If you found her tapes, what would you have watched them like? Would you have watched them like Trisha does? I thought they were listening. She was listening to them. Why they
Yeah,
say
she was
watch?
listening to him.
Yeah, they were like little cassette tapes. Like that's what
Yeah,
I thought they were.
yeah.
Shit, I'm bored. I ain't got shit else to do. Yeah, I'm about to
I
listen to these
definitely would. And
tapes.
then if you're already familiar with her books and whatnot, why not? Like I'd have started at the very end so I can see what crazy people she was talking to before she ended up disappearing. Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to do. Like, yeah,
You
we
sure
can.
would. And I wouldn't
Yep.
have cared if Ethan saw me. I don't know why she was doing all that sneaking around. I'd been like, do you need anything from me? Okay, well, close that door. I'm busy. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm being nosy.
We're in a dead
Yeah.
woman's home. I know she's
Yeah.
dead. Like,
Go
yeah.
work on your computer. Go back to what you was doing. Do you need anything? Close my door.
Yeah, like I ain't got no books
I
and
definitely would
all
be
that stuff.
listening.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But I mean, as far as like them revealing about like Dr. Adrian's life, like leading up to like her disappearance, I mean, it was so.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because we basically heard just EJ's tapes, correct?
Yeah, and we heard Patricia's, and then we heard the mama, Ethan's mama, that old lady,
Yeah, yeah,
and then we heard her talking to Luke. Like I guess that would be the only thing that I noticed leading up to her death. She had got herself a man, child. Like she was finally, she got
yeah.
herself a man.
I honestly kind of like felt a little bad for
I
kind
felt
of.
very bad for her. Like I didn't like that. Like I get it. Like it was good for the book that she ended up being the one who was murdered, but like I didn't like that because like she finally got herself a man. They were supposed to go on a date.
Yeah, and then she
She was
seemed like an
loosening up.
actual not like cool person, like just as a just professional and as like just in just like personal wise, like she just seemed like a good person and she
She
just got
cared
caught up
about her
with the
clients
wrong
and stuff. Like
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
and really it
Yeah.
was that kid trying to blackmail her. Like he kind of deserves to get what he got. Freak showing up at her house and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. That's the only criticism I will give her is like, why are you seeing clients at your home? Like
That was
that was
crazy.
I didn't like that at all.
Cause he was
Okay.
showing up at all hours of the night and whatnot. Like it
Like, do you not
ruined
have a gun?
everything.
Like, do you why you
Right?
not why you
Living
not
in the
have a
middle of
gun?
nowhere.
And you live by yourself, and you had no family,
And
and
she
you
didn't
had
have
no
no security
service.
system. Remember the lady asked her and she didn't have none. She was
And
like, my doors
Luke
have
had
locks.
to yeah, Luke had to install the security system.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
you
crazy.
just yeah, I was just like, "Yeah, you're not that smart. You need a gun living in the middle of nowhere." Like, cause
Absolutely.
he would have been
But I'm saying papped out.
right. He would be catching bullets. Like, you better get your ass out of here.
Self defense. Ain't no reason you supposed to be way out here.
Right. Okay. Next question. It says Adrian states that any human being is capable of terrible things if you push them hard enough. How does this relate to the story? Do you believe this is true? Why or why not? Yes, and we just literally talked about
Yep.
this on the last episode. I don't put shit past anybody. Anybody is capable of anything. You
That
saying
part.
like, "Oh, my husband wouldn't beat my ass." Yes, yes, he is very much
He might.
capable of beating your
Yep.
ass. Yes.
And
Yes.
like Dr. Adrian, she's supposed to be this buttoned up, tightly wound professional lady, and here she is with murder plots because somebody caught her slashing somebody's tires.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Like, you're human, like, you get mad
she
too.
would have been so fine. Like I still don't understand that. Like she's just freaked out.
Yeah. I will say just I'll put it like this. Like, any human being is capable of anything. If I am able to pick up a knife, I am able to plunge it into somebody's chest.
That part,
Just
seriously.
I'm not saying I would do that or anything,
That's
but
all it takes to be capable of it.
yeah, it's just the ability that's you're,
Yep.
able to kill anyone. You're able to do any of the things that is, that they say that people can do or have done.
Completely
You have
agree.
the ability. So, if you wanna play football, you have the ability to play football. So, if you want to kill someone and you put your
You have
mind
the
to it, you can
ability.
kill someone.
You definitely could.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. Okay, next question. It says, "What do Tricia and Ethan find inside Adrian's house? What was your reaction to this reveal?" You talking about a dead body? Talking about
Yeah.
Ethan dead body? Um,
That body under them floorboards. I knew. I mean, I was shocked when it was a body. I did not think it was Dr. Adrian, like the way that they were trying to insinuate, because the blue
it was the
jeans. Like,
boy.
I
It was
remember
the boy. It was the boy
it
body.
was EJ, yeah, but they
Yeah.
tried to insinuate at first that it was Dr. Adrian, like it was her
Yeah.
body under the floorboards. But like,
Yeah.
I knew when they said it was wearing blue jeans and a blue collar shirt that it wasn't her, because I remember she didn't wear blue jeans, so I was like,
Right.
it wasn't her. I thought she might have still been alive at that point, child. I thought she was the one sneaking around that house. But
Right. I thought
yeah,
she
I
was
was
just.
shocked that it was a body.
Yeah, I just thought she had just done went into hiding. You know how they be saying, like,
Same, like
these people never
she
be
had just
found
like
again.
become a recluse. Yeah,
Yeah. So I thought she definitely was just in, like, hiding. Like, I mean, I guess it was shocking that it was a dead. I guess it was shocking it was a dead body there. That part
yeah.
didn't really shock me too much.
Like after we done started finding hidden compartments and all that and stuff, it's like, okay, what else you got? Like,
Of course, it's a dead body beneath
yeah.
beneath here. So yeah, I just wonder why the house wasn't stanking like body and like that's all I was just thinking.
Because
Like, y'all
remember,
didn't
she
smell
had did all
anything.
that stuff. She had like bought something online that covered up the smell, and then she had like sealed it off for a while, and then she took it off. She had did a lot to cover it up.
So I wonder, was it a thing like how on the housemaid or how what's it called got locked up in the attic from and then he died from dehydration. I wonder, was it like a thing of like that? Like, just
Yeah, because she had
eventually he just
stuffed him in
died.
there. I forgot what exactly how, but I remember she was like he was taking too long to die under there, and so she sealed it up with tape, like she sealed up all the air cracks or something like
Mhm.
that, and then he like slowly suffocated, basically.
Oh, I don't know. You probably would have been better off just probably just killing
Stabbing
him.
or shooting him or
She could have
something.
just killed him
Yeah,
when they had drugged him. Like, that's what I
like
was
that was
thinking.
intense. Yeah,
Yeah, you
might
remember
as
when
well
they
just give
had.
him more.
Yeah, just give 'em some wine and just let them. They could have been got away with that. I just feel like they took a little long time. I just feel like if somebody is blackmailing you and making your life horrible, do what you gotta do, but I
I
just feel
think
like you
she
need
could have.
to go ahead
And
and end it.
I don't think she should have involved. I don't think she needed to involve Patricia. Like I still like I get it, but because she didn't want to get her own hands dirty, but she didn't need to involve Patricia. Like the dude comes to your house for sessions and whatnot. It'd been nothing for you to slip him some of them same little drugs and stuff. Then you wouldn't have to involve this lady.
Yeah, like, it's what's that show that used to come on, A Thousand Ways to Die? Like, you coulda
Yeah,
easily, like, overdosed him or something, like, it was
something.
so many ways, like, she coulda just took care of that herself. I just think she probably just as, like, a psychiatrist, she just didn't want that on her mind or her guilty conscience. But it's,
Yeah,
like, making my life hell, and I can't sleep at night and be comfortable in my new relationship because
yeah,
this guy is torturing me and he won't leave me alone. I'm gonna do what I need to do at this point.
yeah.
Like, and
Ain't
just
no way
take
I
it
would
to your
have
grave.
trusted that psychopath though. Like ain't no like I've already deduced that this lady is a pathological liar, and she's convinced everybody that her fiance and friends have been murdered when she's the one who did it. Oh girl, you're not
Right.
involved in none of my business. Like I know
Yeah,
what you're capable of.
and then also, I feel like when people start telling more people about a scenario or a situation that's going on, I feel like that gives more you just risking more of you going down for murder type of thing.
Yes.
Like, you're just putting yourself more at risk the more people you tell. So I just feel like if you
Yeah.
just take it to your grave, just handle it yourself and take it to your grave. That's the least way it's gonna find out. I don't know. Did you take forensics your senior year at JD?
Uh.
So our teacher that we had, I can't remember his name, but I still have it in my notes actually. I can still pull it up on my iCloud. He gave us the actual list of how to commit the perfect crime, like murder.
Oh
And
wow.
I have it. But it's just like it's like that's like one of the things, like, you can't, like, you don't need to involve anybody in what you're doing. Like, nobody
That
needs
makes
to know
sense.
anything about, like, what you got
That's how they
going
always
on.
get caught on SVU. Like it's always somebody who is like involved in something, and they're the ones who end up telling because it's like you got all these liabilities now.
Yeah, it's always the person that you rented the car from, or you borrow money
Yup.
from, or something like that. Like, you can't if it's something that you gonna do, you have to, like, literally just not say
Do it
anything
alone.
to anybody at
Yup.
all. And also, like, you have to buy everything in cash. It's a whole list. I had
Yes.
somewhere on my phone, but I'm keeping that for mine in case
That's useful.
whenever. Just playing, you guys, just kidding. But yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next question. It says, the novel is titled Never Lie. As it suggests, there is a distinct theme of lying throughout the story. Discuss the ways in which each character is dishonest. What do you all think is the biggest secret of all?
They
Um,
were all liars.
yeah. Like I said in the last episode, when you be lying, I just feel like you need to tell the truth so you don't dig a
Cause
bigger
you gotta
hole for
keep
yourself.
telling more lies. Like once you
Then you
start
forget your
lying, like you gotta
lies.
tell another one. Yup, you gotta tell
Yeah.
another one on top of that one, on top of that one, and it keeps going. Like it doesn't stop. So,
You don't forget the
um,
truth though. That's the
yeah,
thing. Yeah, you don't
I
forget
think
the truth.
definitely the biggest lie was like Patricia's lie. Like Patricia was like
Yeah.
she really had me fooled that she was just this innocent lady, and then the fact that you actually was the one who murdered this lady, and now y'all inside her house, and she had plotted this whole thing. Like
And not
she
even
plotted
that.
for them to come up during the snowstorm, plotted for nobody to be there, plotted for all this stuff. Like I don't know. I guess that was the biggest one for me.
And then it was even with her lie, her being the one who killed her friends in that cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't like fault her or think nothing wrong
Oh,
with
I
her
don't.
for
Me either.
killing the friend and the fiance or
I don't feel
whoever
no
it was
ways
in the
tired.
cabinet. I don't feel no type of way about that.
I
Like,
do think it's
don't
messed up that she killed the last friend who didn't have nothing to do with it. But like she said, she
shoot, you
didn't
need to
like her
you gotta
anyway.
get rid
So
of any
you do.
evidence. You need to get rid of
Yeah,
anything like that.
you can't
Like, no,
have no. Yeah,
nah, fuck that, cause you kikiing and shit with her. You probably knew that she was fucking around
that's
with my
true.
fiance. So no, fuck that. Y'all gotta go.
Yeah,
So
I really
yeah.
didn't fault her for that or for getting away with it. But I wish she hadn't murdered Dr. Adrian.
Yeah, yeah, that was kind of like unnecessary though. Like
It
maybe
was
I
like,
know,
come
yeah.
on.
Okay. Okay, last question. It says discuss the end of the story. What happened to Dr. Adrian Hale? How was your prediction different from what actually happened? Okay, so we already kind of like discussed that
Hmm.
what actually happened. But like we said when we was talking about Dr. Adrian, like from uh I guess a few minutes ago or so. I just feel like I thought like we said, I just thought she was still lingering around somewhere. Like I didn't think she was
Same,
actually dead.
same. Like yeah, she ends up being murdered by Patricia, and yeah, I thought she was the one who was hiding out inside the house, obviously. uh, I didn't think that Luke would still be wandering around living in the house like a weird recluse, but that ultimately led to his demise. But
Yeah, I hate they killed him. I don't feel like they had to kill him.
yeah,
That was a
yeah,
bit
that was crazy.
that was a bit much. But let me go to some reviews on Never Lie. Without going into too much detail, my problem was that the ending made some of the previous events unlikely. There were too many inconsistencies. The author was clever when it came to leading you in a direction that might or might not be the right one, but that is because some reactions should have been different based on what you learn later. Lady gave it 3 stars. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know. I like it. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this plot twist.
I
Let's
think
see.
the twist made sense though, like more sense than like Housemaid is watching. Like they made sense. Like everything tied up together at the end. It was weird, but they made sense for the storyline.
Right. Okay. Look, his review is by a girl named Allie, and she gave it 1 star. And she's is one sentence. It says, "If you like horrible writing and a plot, Freida McFadden just
Oh,
a hit or a miss with like people. Like some people like her, and then
yeah,
some people be like really just like, oh, pitchforks. Oh, I hate this book." And it's like,
yeah. Like because I just don't understand that. Like Wasn't bad writing or anything at all to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she tied it up pretty well, so I don't have no
Yeah.
complaints. Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
How do you what would you think that their life would with their because, she was pregnant at the end.
Yes. And she ends
Um,
up having that child.
yeah, and then they ended up having another one, right? Or
I
something
think so,
like
yep.
that. How would you expect their life to turn out? Did you think, like, the husband end up snitching or something?
I think she's gonna end up killing that husband because they murdered Luke and buried him
Yeah.
in the backyard, and then she already kind of alluded to the fact that she would, because as her mama had said, the only way to make sure the secret stays is if only one person is alive to know it or whatever she said. But I think she's gonna end up murdering Ethan.
Poor
Patricia is a
guy.
real psychopath.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if you kinda, like, you already killed 3 people, so
You
I
have
know
a
you killed
history.
4 people,
Four.
4 that
Yeah.
we know of.
Five if you
5
include
if you
Luke.
count Luke, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh no, remember there was like a flashback moment where she was talking about a whole bunch of other people that she had murdered in like her childhood and stuff.
Oh
But
my
she was
god.
like, there was this one girl, she has like a history of murdering. So that concludes this review of Never Lie by Freida McFadden. Be sure to tune in with us next week for our next review. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow us on our socials and check out our reading list on Goodreads.